Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center, Wisdom in Golf. Today we're talking about an interesting, I was looking at some stats, and you look at the stats of the LPGA's top accuracy as far as the driver, and then you look at the men's, and it's substantially different. And there's a couple of obvious reasons for that, but there's a few things that we can learn from that as well. So if you add a lot of club head speed, you add more margin for error. That's a possibility, yes, because if you add a little bit more side spin with a lot more club speed and ball speed, obviously it's going to go more offline. Second thing though is, because the women have less muscular density, they must function more along the lines of the weight of the instrument. I'll give you an example. If I'm a lumberjack and I got a heavy 6-pound axe in my hands, well, I can't exactly yank that around like a pit bull with a rag doll. That would really hurt. That would be massive injury. So I have the weight of my axe. I'm going to use the weight of the axe to deliver the action. And that's why you see so many more of the women have a rhythmic swing versus the men. Well, the men are much stronger and they can yank this club around very easily, especially when the pressure's on. So we're talking about 84% of fairways hit in regulation for the top player on the LPGA Tour last year in 2016 versus 73% for the men. And it gets nastier as you go down, because even the 10th most accurate player on the LPGA Tour is still up there at 78%. Whereas the men, it starts to drop into the 60%. So why the differential? Well, again, if I got my flight scope unit right here to help us out, I'm gonna hit a couple of drives, and one of the best drills that you can use, and Payne Stewart used to practice this way a lot. Tiger practiced like this in his prime because he used to go after it very hard, and as an exercise to press the reset button on his driving, he used to hit the driver, between 150 and 200 yards, but with a full range of motion, full backswing, full finish. So what I'd like to see you do is make the biggest, most relaxed backswing you can make, and then swing through to a big full finish, and feel like, especially the long hitters in the group, feel like you're only hitting it 200 yards. So you start off with that. So I'm gonna go fade, left of the WP sign, the wet paint sign right here. I'm gonna start a little left and fade it back toward that wet paint sign. So let's see what happens here. Let me make sure that I'm on righty. Yes. So I get my setup. That feels like I'm going left of the wet paint sign. So I'm going to gather fully, huge backswing, huge finish, and it felt ridiculously easy. So let's have a look here. All right. Now, I'll give you a different view. Well, look at that. Gorgeous, right down the middle of the fairway. And you see the carry, 254, total 268, 105 miles per hour club head speed, 153 miles per hour ball speed. And that felt like I could do that all day. Now, this is how you press the reset button. So if I'm on a 400-yard par 4, well, I still have between a 9-iron and a pitching wedge in my hands on the second shot. I've got 8-iron and a 420-yard par 4. I may have 7-iron and a 440-yard par 4 as my second shot club. So there really isn't any need to strain and to redline the engine. So on a scale of 1 to 10, you want to feel like you're swinging at about a 7 in velocity. That felt like a good 6, 7 in velocity, but it felt like a 3 in effort to generate that kind of velocity. So what we want, what is king, is range of motion, not effort. So you want to feel like you can gather massive range of motion so that you feel like you could whip the snot out of it effortlessly. It's the effort that kills the timing. So let's have another try at that. Yes, I'm going there. I got it. So full gather, full release in that direction. Right over the wet paint. That'll probably be a little more to the right. Not bad. So, well, we could say that could be right rough, but again, 261 total, 107 miles per hour club speed. So I know I just got a smidge ahead of that one, but it basically felt the same as the previous one. Now, there's nothing to fix. I go back, there's my shot, my setup matches the picture. Beautiful, right in the direction I wanted to. Ho! Well, look at that. So, beautiful fade down right center. And now I got 275 carry, 295 total, 107 miles per hour, 161 ball speed, smash at 151. So, you could say not bad for a 51-year-old, right? And that's basically where I want to leave you with that. And you want to basically be able to do the same thing with your fairway woods and your long irons. Stay tuned. I got, if it's not out already, I have a nice article going into Golf WRX with the long irons and a nice video concerning that. And it's all about, you know, getting that nice range of motion and create the biggest arc you can with the least amount of effort possible. And we're really good at it. Okay? Enjoy that. See you next time.